Diamonds. Hello, students and families. Welcome to our quarter three virtual town hall. I'm Principal O'Connell, and with me is Assistant Principal Buehnerkemper, also known as Mr. B.
Hey there. So we have a lot of information to share with you. We want to start off with some important dates that are coming up. The first one is this coming Monday, March 14th. As you know, we're on spring break right now, and on Monday we're coming back. So make sure that you are here in person. We can't wait to see your smiling faces at school. Next coming up is going to be the end of quarter three. It ends on March 22nd, Tuesday, March 22nd. And of course, at the end of the quarter, your courses are due. So make sure that you are working diligently on those courses, turning in assignments when you come back from break, and getting those grades up to passing so that you are all set to get the credit on March 22nd. And of course, the next day, March 23rd, we start quarter four. So lots of new courses coming. Very exciting. We're looking forward to it. And there we go.
Now, we have some exciting things happening in quarter four, and you can see those dates on the screen as well. As many of you know, this last quarter, students were working on projects from home. And so we are going to have a gallery walk showcase of all of our quarter three student projects. Of course, families are welcome, and that's going to be on Friday, April 1st, April Fool's Day, of course. Not necessarily as fun, but very, very important is state testing. This is mandatory, required, must. All students who are required to state test, which is all ninth graders and 11th graders, are going to be testing on one or more of the following days through April 5th through 7th. And if you're not a 9th or 11th grader, well, stay tuned for information about how our schedule is going to look a little bit different on those days. Finally, we're going to continue projects from home Mondays in quarter four. Please keep in mind that school is open on Mondays for those students who want to work on their projects or independent classes with a teacher with support. We will be here for that, as well as for ESS services. But for those students who are able to work from home on their projects or independent study classes, those will be held in quarter four on April 18th, April 25th, May 2nd, May 9th, and May 16th. And all of those are Mondays. Now, our teachers gave us some information to share with you here at our virtual town hall that is very, very important, information for students to succeed in class. The first most important thing is cell phones. We are finding that cell phones have become a major, major struggle on our campus that is keeping students from learning the way they need to and from a great environment that is safe and effective for instruction. We have students on cell phones watching movies when they should be working. We have students having conversations that are inappropriate with kids outside of school. And we have students trying to cheat on their cell phones. And for all of those reasons, they are not allowed to be out in class unless the teacher's given you permission to use it for research or for a classroom assignment or game. Teachers are required to ask students to put their cell phones away. And if you as a student do not put your cell phone away, then we are actually going to that's going to go to administration. It's going to be a phone call home. You're going to potentially be asked to go home or have your cell phone taken for a longer period of time, and it may result in a suspension if you refuse to comply with that. The best thing to do is just use your cell phones with permission and not for things that are not going to help you learn and that are going to be a distraction to others. A few other things that are super important. Attendance matters. Tardies matter. If you are not present in school, not only is that going to impact your ability to stay on campus and stay enrolled, but it's also going to prevent you from learning. And it's not going to prepare you for life. As you know, in the real world, if you don't show up to work and if you're late for work, you don't have work to go to anymore. It's the same thing for school. You have to show up. You have to be here for learning to happen. Otherwise, how can you expect to progress and move on and graduate if you don't even show up to the party? So it's very important to be here. Please also note that different teachers run their classrooms in different ways. Just like when we were in elementary school and junior high school, your math class didn't look like your English class or your social studies class. So different teachers have slightly different class structures, have slightly different requirements. And so you can't always expect that what you're going to do in one class is going to look like what you're going to do in another class. And so you just have to kind of go to each teacher and be prepared for that class. Some classes are independent study classes where you're working online on Edgenuity. Some are direct instruction classes that are not online at all, but you're working directly with the teacher. And some classes are a blend of both, where you're doing some of the things online and some of the things in person. And so you can expect to have any one of those kinds of classes in Q4. We're very excited to offer all three learning models to help students learn best and to get through their classes quickly. Finally, a safety and security issue that's real important that both teachers and I want to make sure that we're on the same page with. It's very important that students ask permission to leave the classroom so teachers know what they're going, so that there's either somebody to escort them to that place, or we are aware of where students are to keep them safe. It's a liability issue for us when we don't know where students are, but more than anything, our number one job is to keep students safe and learning on campus. So student, if you have an emergency, go ahead and let the teacher know, I have an emergency and I'm walking out to go see Mr. Portillo or go to the bathroom, whatever the case may be. But absolutely, please do not leave class without permission, or at least letting the teacher know where you are for safety.
So some information that the teachers wanted to share about partnering with families is that the teacher contact information is available on the student portal. And so from the school website, hopehighschool.org, if you click on students, there's a link there for contact info, and all of the teachers' email addresses are there. They love to hear from parents and partner with them in getting their students successful in their courses. So please take advantage of that. Also, you may have received, a progress report or deficiency notice this past week. Some of them are still going out today and tomorrow. But we wanted to share out if students might have been in danger of failing their classes. So take advantage of that time, that little heads up. We don't want any surprises. There's still opportunity before the end of the quarter on March 22nd to get your Edgenuity progress back up to par and caught up to be able to finish on time, or any missing assignments with your teacher. Teachers are willing and open to hearing or asking questions and whatnot. So please ask questions and get to know what's going on so you can catch up. Finally, for those parents who might want to keep a closer eye on grades, we have an opportunity to get you signed up with our campus parent portal. That allows you to see your students' grades. Whenever the teachers get things up to date, you can see them, including attendance, online. If you haven't got an email or a letter about this yet, please give us a call and we'd be happy to get you set up on that campus parent portal. It'll also help when we're pre-registering for next school year. But more importantly, we'd love to get you access to see grades and all of that stuff. Lastly, we do have the Remind app coming up in Q4. So we're finally getting Remind implemented this year. It's been a very exciting time. And so look for an invitation. Sometimes it'll come in as a text message from Remind, but an opportunity for you to be in touch with your students' teachers about their Q4 classes. And we're getting ready to get that implemented. So keep your eyes open.
One of our most exciting programs on our campus and in our district is VIP. Our goal with VIP is to provide amazing experiences for students that actually elevate every student's personal value, independence, and purpose. These experiences include off-campus field trips, on-campus workshops, even CEOs from different organizations are brought in to meet with students and kind of show kids how the world is bigger than they ever imagined and how they can be successful in this big, beautiful world. If you would like to sign up for a field trip or sign your student up for one of our wonderful VIP experiences, simply go to VIP www.blueprinteducation.org, and you can see and sign up for our next upcoming VIP experiences, which, if I'm not mistaken, we have this beautiful meal where students learn etiquette, an etiquette workshop. And Mr. B, do you remember any of the other field trips we have coming up that are fun?
I don't, but I know that there's a number of college trips coming up and some money matters, like personal finance courses. So there's lots of different opportunities.
There's even an animal field trip coming up where you go and you meet animals on a farm and work with them. So all sorts of interesting stuff through VIP. Please check it out.
So we do have some information for our graduates. If you haven't already viewed or attended a graduation info meeting, we do have a recording of our most recent one in February, and we need everyone to go ahead and view that. So if you are a potential graduate or you've already graduated and you need some information about graduation, we do have this available online. The graduation portal is graduation.blueprinteducation.org, and you can see the recording there. You can also watch it here on Facebook or YouTube. But make sure that you check in virtually so that we know you've got the info and all of that important information. If you have any questions, call us. But please make sure you check out that video for things like the date of graduation, what time it is, how many guests you can bring, if there's costs involved, how you get your cap and gown, where it's taking place. All of those great pieces of information can be found in the video. So make sure you watch it.
It's going to be really amazing. It's going to be an amazing graduation. I'm so excited to see you guys there. I do actually have one more reminder for some of our grads from Hope High School. Several of you, approximately 10 of you, were invited to apply for the Hope Champion Scholarship. Whether you were invited to apply or you are just hearing about this now and you would like to apply for our Champion Scholarship, please speak with your academic advisor, Mr. Junio or Mr. Aguilera, for an application, or you can even come see me in my office for an application. These are not difficult applications to complete. There is a very short written submission and creative submission, but the whole application and both submissions are due no later than April 5th. And it's just a Hope High School scholarship. You're not in competition with kids from other schools. I really highly encourage any student who is college or trade school bound to go ahead and pick up this very tiny application from me or your advisors. Again, due April 5th, graduation.blueprinteducation.org, and we'll make sure to link that scholarship application there as well.
It's coming up fast. Well, if you have any questions, you're welcome to pop them in the comments, but otherwise, give us a call, 623-772-8013. If you're watching this recording, make sure you give us a call, or when, students, when you come in, you can talk with your advisor, or either of us. You'll see us in the hallways. Parents, if you have questions, feel free to give us a call, or again, all the content information, including myself and Mrs. O'Connell, our information is also on this page on hopehighschool.org under the student portal content info. We are here to support you in any way that we can, and we wish you the best, a safe spring break.
Can't wait to see you guys all back on Monday. Be safe out there. Bye, Diamonds.